Fasting is very, very important in any Christian's life because it is a way of drawing closer to God. The logic behind the Christian fasting and drawing closer to God is that when sometimes you cut yourself off things that take most of your time so that you can create time to focus more on God. That is what we actually encourage. If, for example, there are people that are very addicted to certain habits and they take so much of their time, they have interests that sweep them off their feet. And during this time of fasting, it is encouraged that some of those activities, we can limit them so that we can create more time to focus more on what God loves and what God's will is. Sometimes you've got to close the door so that you can focus exactly what the window has to offer for you. So I think as Christians, it's very, very important that we should not only focus on leaving food and staying hungry all day, all evening, but I think we should do a practice of having ourselves leave some of the things that take most of our time, so that the spare time that we create in return can help us to focus more on God. By reading His Word, by trying to search Him and being more real and being more in quest in prayer, because we have created time after killing some of the activities that we've always taken to be more serious and more important in our lives, to create an opportunity to draw closer to God's feet. That is why it doesn't make any sense if people abstain from food and they don't eat for some time, but then they end up wasting it when in the disguise of not eating, they are not doing anything that brings them closer to God. There is no prayer, there is no reading the scriptures, there is nothing like seeking to hear sermons. So the fasting of that nature, which doesn't have elements of coming closer to God's ways, of the way He talks to us, I don't think that fasting is worthwhile suffering for. So as Christians, as we create time for God and as we abstain from food, we should abstain and create more time to have a moment of getting closer to God. And I think that is what fasting brings in us and how important it should be in our lives.